Isn't it frustrating how the men you date only seem to be interested in giving you the absolute bare minimum? Don't you feel helpless when the guy you actually like only seems to be interested in doing absolutely nothing for you? Let's stop that from happening. We're going to do that by discussing today's show, which will be how to get a man to do more for you instead of chasing him. This will be a step-by-step strategy to get you the man you actually deserve and the treatment you've always wished for. So let's start off with number one is to set the baseline. From the very first second you meet a man, I want you to be thinking of, okay, I want to be delivering myself in a particular way because I'm setting myself up for success in the future. I don't want to have to scream and yell to get things and receive things. In the future, I don't want to have to be desperate, begging, and needy for princess treatment. Everything you're going to be saying and doing from the very beginning is going to be setting yourself up for the ideal situation where you can be in a relationship, relaxing, chilling, and receiving a whole lot of good, nice, amazing princess treatment. You need to help him understand who you are on a regular, everyday basis. I don't want you jumping into a relationship with a man and thinking that, oh my God, well, when I listen to or watch my Disney princess movies, everything seems so magical and amazing and it starts so hot and heavy at the very beginning. So I believe that an amazing relationship for me should resemble that same thing. When a guy meets you and he's able to feed you with that delusion, you want to buy into it and then you start making a lot of mistakes. You're setting the baseline to help them understand where you're going to start is you're going to start from level 0. You approached me because you want to get to know me. I think you're interesting. I want to see what you have to offer. When you set that baseline, you help men understand if they're here to manipulate you or take advantage of you, that's not what you're here for. If they're here to build with you and show you consistency, then you can get on board with that. Ideally, you want the meanest version of you to be at the very beginning. You don't have to be mean as in making fun of him. You don't have to be mean as in putting him down. The mean that I'm referring to is a quiet meanness that, hey, I'm not just going to open myself up to you, open my legs up to you, open my heart and my mind and my spirit up to you. You're a stranger. All that means is over the course of time, as you show me consistency and as we build our trust in each other, then I will open up to you. You will get to know more about me. Now, you're obviously not going to say that because then you're going to have the guy putting his walls up. You have to set the baseline that I'm not easily impressed by anything. Not money, not love bombing, not future faking, telling me how all this stuff is going to be amazing in the near future. None of that stuff is going to move me or shake me. But I do want you to be willing to observe people when you first meet them and not just take them at their word that, oh my God, everything's going to be exciting and amazing. If you do not do a good job of setting the baseline properly, you're going to throw everything else that you're going to be doing out of whack. Okay, there's a balance here in order to continue receiving more and more from men and to start training your men from the very beginning on how to give you more and provide you with the absolute most and put his best foot forward. Number 2, you want to have a positive association. Positive association is so important because you want him to be able to make the connection between what is good behavior and what am I doing when she is showing me affection, right? And good behavior. So you want there to be the signal of, okay, I do this, she responds to me like that. That response that she gives me makes me feel good internally. Because I want to continue feeling good, I continue doing the behavior. So there's positive reinforcement here. The association cannot be something that you think you're doing just by existing or something like that. Needs to be able to connect with him by giving him something. For example, if let's say your boyfriend knows that you really need the brand new iPhone and your screen's cracked, and let's say he comes to you and he's like, oh, hey babe, I got you a new iPhone because I just knew that your iPhone was all messed up and I wanted to make sure that you're all taken care of and you're all good. Positive association is helping him feel that love and affection from you and that appreciation. Oh my God, you got me the new iPhone and you knew how much I wanted the new iPhone and how much I needed it. thank you so much. You don't know how much of a lifesaver this is for me. We can talk on the phone now, and now I can send more messages at work. I know, remember I said, don't compliment men. But I also want you to be strategic about knowing how to give him something when you receive something. Your compliments need to be the most powerful and impactful when it matters. You're not giving away so much of your love and affection. Oh my God, you're so amazing. Oh my God, everything. Blah, 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 blah. When he comes to you, he actually does things for you, right? Whether it be consistency, he gets you a gift, he goes out of his way. You know when someone in your life is going the extra mile. Those are the times where you want to give him some positive association between, oh my gosh, I really appreciate you and I appreciate what you did for me, the same way you would if something he did really upset you. When you see him really go out of his way for you, or even in ways that were unexpected to you, I want you to take a level of seriousness to appreciating him that makes it feel impactful as well. When you can give him that warm and fuzzy feeling inside when he does something for you, that does something for him. When you give to someone, even if it's out of your own generosity, and they recognize you and show you crazy appreciation, you have to understand that that does something to human beings. You feel good about yourself. We obviously have number 3, which is the negative association, because we want you to be able to build this man up to continuously not just give you more at the very start to love bomb you. Men do not take yelling and screaming and going crazy as I'm upset. They actually perceive that as love, because they only think you're willing to do that when you love them and you're really obsessed with them, that they start to feel like, oh, I'm the man, because if she's crazy like that, then that must mean I got that thing that's making her crazy. When you act crazy like that, you're giving him a positive association with negative actions. Negative association is going to come from indifference. When a guy is doing actions that you don't like, you show him indifference, meaning you ignore him. You don't show him any energy. You damn sure don't show him no time. You don't bother texting him back. You withdraw yourself completely from him. That and only that is when men say, oh, wait, what's going on? Is everything okay? I feel like something has changed here. Their alarm bells start going off when they see you become indifferent, because they think they're losing you. That's what you want. You want those men to start getting on their tippy toes and be worried about the fact that they're losing you. For example, your guy was talking to you about, oh, babe, so what if I went to the strip club with all my boys and I decided to get drunk and I wanted to go sleep over at some random girl's house? And let's say in front of his boys, you were just like, oh yeah, sure, go do whatever you want. Doesn't matter to me. His boys will look at him like, oh, bro, you're so cooked. Bro, you've lost her. You're so cooked, bro. Because that's how men receive indifference. They don't expect the girl that they like or have been investing in to be indifferent to them or to withdraw from them or just to not care. That's when you'll have your man pull you to the side. Babe, is everything all right? You're acting a little bit strange here. Then when you're giving him that, he's going to be reminded, oh, when I do this behavior, she always withdraws from me. And I know that I hate that feeling of her withdrawing from me. So rather than having that feeling on an ongoing basis, I'm going to adjust and change my behavior because I don't want that feeling. And number 4, we want periodic escalation. Over the course of time, you want to be giving him increasing amounts of access to you. Remember, you want more from this man. You want to pace that so that this can last for a long time. And you want to pace that so that this can increase over time. So let me give you a direct example. When you first start dating a guy, this is what I advise you to do. Do not date men for 5 to 6 to 7 hours per date, like 5 to 6 times a week, okay? Don't be doing that. Start small with 1 date per week. Then over the course of time, you're going to escalate things to 2 dates per week. Gradually escalate that to the max of 3 dates per week. And you're going to stay at 3 dates per week up until you become a girlfriend, because we don't want you making the mistake of making yourself too available to him too early, that he starts to feel like he can get all he needs of you, breathe you in as much as he possibly can in the first 1 week, and then he gets sad of you or bored of you after a while. You want him to say to himself, the amount that I see her and spend time with her is not enough. Once he starts thinking like that, that is when you have him. And so guys begin building a narrative within their own mind of why you're so much more special and unique than all the other girls, which makes him want to see you more. Because now you have a guy treating you differently because he believes you are different and all you're doing is just being yourself. The periodic escalation is understanding how to date a man properly from the very beginning and allow this to escalate over the course of time. For some of you, when you just start dating a guy, spending 6 hours with him is a mistake. Because after that, he now says to himself, great, I just spent 6 hours with her. I probably don't need to see her for the rest of the week. What's natural to men is for them to meet you. They like you. When they see you again, they like you some more. And each time they see you, they like you more and they want to spend more time with you. You have to start getting strategic if you want more from men about using yourself as the source of motivation for him to put his best foot forward. So it's not just about saying, oh, I'm going to be so busy that I can't text you all the time. Even if you do have time, you limit the amount of time you spend with a guy so that you can allow his feelings for you to escalate. You don't want his candle to get burned out really quickly. You want to allow him to build up his desire for you over time, despite what he says. Because at the end of the day, when you pace those guys and you leave them wanting more, that's when you get what you're looking for, which is consistency and which is for him to continue giving you more and pushing forward in the relationship. Because if you don't leave your man hungry, you're never going to receive more from him. If you're spending more than 3 days per week with him and more than 2 hours per week for more than 3 days per week, now you're escalating into territory of what's going on. You want to give him at least 2 days a week where he doesn't see you, even when you're his girlfriend. Number 5, keep the fire lit is about keeping the foot on his neck. Now, you do that not by saying, hey, I just want you to know, don't let up, don't get comfortable, things like that. You keep your foot on his neck by you staying hot, staying sexy, staying invested in yourself, keeping your confidence high. Keep doing things for you and what's important to you and what you like, and keep your priorities on the forefront. Keep yourself looking in the mirror and saying, I'm that girl. Oh, we want you on fire. I want you stepping out of your house still. I want you enjoying your life, reminding yourself consistently that you have a life, going out, interacting with people, having your girlfriends, having your fun time, having your alone time, having your whatever time. That's how you keep that fire lit. So that man knows, hey, we didn't retire here where I'm the only thing in your life and I bring the sunshine and the light, and without me, you have no life. We don't want that for you. When you do that, you let guys get complacent and comfortable. You keep that fire lit when they see, oh, she's still moving, she's still going, she's still hot. See, you think guys don't notice, but they notice. They notice when guys are looking at you. They know when you're still very desirable. Don't abandon your life for your relationship. Keep your life going. Keep your life fun. Keep it interesting. That's what keeps the men on top of making sure they're putting their best foot forward. There's no better treatment you will get than from a guy who's a little bit nervy about losing you. It doesn't have to be in a toxic way. Just nervy about losing you because they understand you're a hot commodity. You can put pressure on men without doing anything wrong. Because when you invest in you, you make yourself inherently desirable to other men. And regardless of whether you're in a relationship or not, men will always try you like hungry hyenas. You want to keep applying that pressure. And you do that by continuing to invest in you, never let go of you. Because the moment you let go of you, you now allow him to say, oh, I can be complacent. I can relax.